What's up, everybody? You know who it is, it's Mississippi, and we're playing some more Sonic the Hedgehog. Today, we're playing the water zone. Because what's a game without a water zone? What's a game if you can't drown? I can't think of a game you can't drown in. In this game, you have these bubbles, and your oxygen runs out so quick, they put bubbles like every 5 steps, and you have to hit every single one, or you die. These little motor penguins are a mild pain in the ass. As I said, we're not worried about rings anymore, so it's no big deal if I lose them all. Just as long as I have like 1 or 2 to stay alive. We have all the Chaos Emeralds, so no big deal. The penguin things, the way they jump out is they're like drill nose first. So you gotta be careful not to jump on them as they're coming out. You know, overall, I think this wouldn't be one of the worst zones if the water wasn't such a pain in the ass. Like, I think the platforming in this zone is actually pretty alright, as far as platforming in Sonic the Hedgehog goes. But the water just kind of kills it. Oh boy. It just changes. I mean, obviously that's what water is supposed to do, but it changes the physics you've been practicing all game, so it just makes all the obstacles harder. See, here's what I'm talking about. If you miss any of them, you die. And I somehow survived. By a feat of magic. Ooh, I do not like that enemy. That is, ooh. I guess in the water he isn't as hard to avoid as he would be on land. Yeah, I'd say I'm not hating all the new enemies in this zone as much as I could be in different zones. Gotta catch that bubble, am I right? Oh boy. Guess that was another way to get here. Alright. End of Act 1. I'd say probably the most annoying thing about the water is that you can't swim in it. You just kind of get like low gravity physics in it. So when the water is super deep, you can't like jump to the top to get air. I find that a little unrealistic and annoying. Most games have a swim function. I could see how it would make the controls more difficult to make, though. Heyo. Yeah, I'd say overall this level hasn't been very challenging as far as water zones go. They tend to be the harder zones, and this just isn't. Hey, I might get 100 rings. I need those extra lives. I still only have 2. I swear to God, I didn't know that steel mace was coming. Very weird, lucky timing. I didn't... Oh wait, there's an air bubble here. I thought I was gonna drown. Now, the thing about air bubbles is that if you're in a spinny position, you stop spinning. And spinning is the only way to kill enemies. If you're not in a spin sort of position, then you don't kill enemies, you take damage. So it's very important to clear enemies that are right next to you before you get air. Otherwise they'll just kill you. Heyo! 3 lives is like the comfort zone. Probably don't need it, but it's nice to have it. Yeah, pretty easy zone so far. No major difficulties. See, if you just land on them, take damage. You gotta be spinning. Dumbass that I am. See, the problem with the whole oxygen dynamic for me is that it doesn't really make it more difficult per se, it just makes it take longer. It just means I'm gonna stop at every single one. The physics of the water create a challenge, but the whole breathing dynamic is kind of more of a waste of time. Alright. think that's a sign we're at the boss. Usually I put the checkpoint right before Eggman. Just so many steps. Was this necessary? Heyo, Eggman. This is actually the hardest part of the zone, I think. It's disproportionately harder than the rest of the zone. And I guess I didn't slow down long enough to see it. There's water rising behind you that whole time, and if you slow down at all, you die. And you don't even have to kill Dr. Eggman, you just have to get to the top. I'd say that's a pretty challenging boss. That was definitely the hardest Eggman so far. So yeah, you know, do the whole comment and subscribe. You know the thing. Okay. See you next episode.